Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is feeling fit and healthy and excited to start the day. I know what you're thinking, Mr. R, not another video. I'm not reading, I'm not writing. I agree. So the exciting thing today is we're going to study one of the things we don't normally focus on when it comes to ENL. Because we focus so much on the speaking, the reading, and the writing, today we're going to focus on the listening. Ba ba ba. How are we going to do that? Very simply, I'm going to read you a story. Then you're going to go on the Google Forms and answer the questions. You can listen to me telling this story as many times as you need, and then see how you can do with the multiple choice questions. Today, we're going to keep the book quite easy. I want us to get used to the format of doing this. As time goes on, we'll make this a little bit more challenging, the reading. Now, this week we have been focusing on the future. So in that vein, I was thinking about what you guys, the most important things you guys will be doing in the future. And up at the top of the list is voting. So today we're doing Can I Vote? You cannot vote right now, but in the very near future you will be able to vote, and it's something you have to think about, something you have to take very seriously, and something that will continue to be one of the most important civic duties you carry out for your entire life. Could be 70, 80 years of voting. You never know. Anyway, let's listen to the story. Can I Vote? Written by Keith and Sarah Martin, illustrated by Chris Baldwin. Okay. This young man here is Leo. He is Leo. Leo stood on tiptoe, looking at the line of people inside the community center. What are all these people doing? He asked his mum. They're here to vote, like us, said his mum. They're all going to help pick the next president? Asked Leo. The president and the other people in the government, said his dad. Leo and his parents waited in line. As they moved closer to the front, Leo saw several people writing at a table. Are they voting? He asked his parents. Not yet, said his mum. That table is for voter registration. You have to register before you can vote. Your dad and we registered already. So when it is our turn, we can go straight to those booths. She pointed at a row of booths with curtains around them. Then what happened? Then what happens? Leo asked. There's a computer inside the booth, said Dad. The computer will record our votes. You see? So this man is registering, and then these are the booths to vote. Cool, said Leo. I wish I could vote too. Sorry, Leo, said Mum. You can't vote yet. You'll have to wait till you're 18. I know, said Leo. It's not fair. Voting is a big responsibility, said Dad. That's why only adults can vote. They reached the front of the line. Leo's parents went into the booths. As he waited for them, Leo thought, I still want to vote. That's his mum going into the booth to vote. When they left, Leo saw some kids from school standing by another row of booths outside. What's this for? Leo asked his classmate Billy. We're voting, said Billy. Kids vote here. Don't we have to wait until we're 18? Asked Leo. It's a practice election, Billy explained. Kids all over the country are voting just like the adults. Do you want to get in line and register? Then you can vote too. Can I vote? Leo asked. Sure, Leo, his mum said. Leo got in line next to his friend Mary. Who are you going to vote for? Asked Leo. I'm not going to say. Voting is a secret, said Mary. That's why there are curtains around the booths. How will I know who to vote for? Asked Leo. My parents said you should read the newspaper, watch the news, and decide for yourself, asked Mary. There you go, that's him reading the newspaper, watching the news, and studying current events. Something, by the way, we should all be doing. Take some time out from the video games and watch some news. Leo thought about this. He remembered what he had learned about the candidates. At the registration table, Leo wrote down his name, grade, and address. He felt grown up as he signed his name at the bottom of the card. Inside the voting booth was a table with a computer on it. On the screen, Leo saw a list of names. They were candidates for president and other government officials. Leo thought about all the candidates. Then he began to vote. He touched the screen next to each of his choices. When he came out of the booth, he got an I voted sticker. It looked just like the sticker his parents wore. The man at the booth also gave Leo the name of a website on a card. You can look online to see the election results, the man said. Leo went back to his parents. I wonder if the kids will choose the same person as the adults, he said. We'll find out soon, said Leo's mum. Let's go home and check out the website. Fantastic. I enjoyed that. Now, at the back, we have a glossary. A glossary tells us some words with which we may have struggled. And I deliberately waited until the end because I wanted you to think about the words. Candidate. Candidate. That's someone who's looking to be elected. So in the last general election, the candidates were Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Election, the act of selecting a person for government office by voting. We have had elections at school, we have government elections, we have local, we have state, and we have federal. Government, a group of people who have the power to make and enforce laws for a country or area. The government, the United States government, is in Washington, D.C. That's where the president lives. That's where we have the Senate, the Congress. President. I think everyone knows president, the leader of the government in some countries. Not all countries. Maybe not your country. My country has a prime minister and a queen, but not a president. So not every country has a president. I wonder if yours does. Registration. The act of entering information for an official record. When you came to school, that first day of school, when your parents or your guardians came with you, they were registering. That was a registration. You write down your details. I am registered. And responsibility. Something a person is supposed or expected to take care of. As students, your responsibility is to focus and actively participate in lessons so that you learn. Excellent. Well, that was the story we're reading today. I will leave some questions next to the story. The questions are aligned with the state standards, which is what is used in the NISASAT exam to see how far you've come in the year. So this is good practice. Also, if you found the story interesting, good. If you didn't, if you found it a bit boring, I'm sorry. But we have to practice this because in your exams, let's be honest, they choose stories that are fiction and non-fiction, and a lot of times they're not interesting to you. And they do that deliberately because they want you to fall asleep. They want you to zone out. They want you to give in, to give up. And we're not going to do that. So we need to get used to listening to things that we don't necessarily want to hear. Okay? And over the weeks, whether it's in class, in school, or online, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a story a week. Okay, guys, good luck. See you later.